It is hot as shit outside. I am sweating like a motherfucker. My balls are sticking to my legs, but it's fine because the Meat Sangria podcast is on. Welcome to the podcast, everyone. It is hot as dick. I have a friend that used to say that all the time, and I never clarified which dick was he talking about because he had definitely had a certain one in mind. He had a certain penis in mind. Sorry. It's fucking hot, guys. I don't know where you all live. I hope it's not as hot. I'm thankful I don't live in Britain because when they get a heat wave, bro, half the country just dies. They don't believe in AC there or something. They're like, our teeth will shatter and it'll make the airflow and it'll cool us down. The teeth, our big fucking disgusting little teeth. Big disgusting little teeth? That don't make no sense. Yeah, they fucking die over there, dude. I don't even know what the rule. They have like some like weird non-AC law or some shit. They can't even have AC. I don't know dude. The peasants out there. You know who definitely had AC? The Queen of England. King Charles has got fucking someone fanning his balls 24/7. So you guys living like that, suckers. I got my AC running right now, dude. I saw a video on TikTok. I don't even know. I can't pull it up. I don't know the lady, but she said like. She was basically saying how you shouldn't be running your AC it's like 100 degrees outside, right? 95, let's say. She's like, you should only be running your AC maybe 15 to 20 degrees lower than the outside temperature because you won't notice the difference. She said your body, she quoted this as if it was a scientific study. Your body can't tell the difference between 68 degrees and 80 degrees if the heat index is a certain number. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Yes, you can. If I went to sleep in 80 degrees, bro, my bed would be soaked. It would fucking look like a Diddy party in my bed, bro. This shit would be nasty in there. Not because I was fucking around, guys. We ain't getting much action these days out here. So it's supposed to be a hot girl summer. What the fuck? Where's all the hot girls at? There's a hot guy right here. But dude, 80 degrees. My bedroom, I've been keeping it at 66. She said you shouldn't run it that high because it puts strain on the power grid. Oh, this is the biggest city in the world, bro. Figure it out. She also said if you need to be cool, go into an apartment building, go into an office building or a retail store. It's like, yeah, I can't sleep in a fucking apartment. But what are you saying? Or in an office building? Just some delusional people. Actually, listen. I guess if we all lived in a perfect world and we needed to share energy, sure. But that's not how. Yeah, listen, Con Ed, figure it out, bro. You heard you charged me $1 million. You used to charge me $800 a month for your BS. You can figure it out, bro. I don't know how much I'm getting charged for this. A little bit more than usual, probably. But, I like to be cold. I want to be fucking cold. Is that wrong? I want to sleep like a baby in the freezing cold. It's too hot in here. I see the temperature. It's 79 in this room. Fucking hot as shit, dude. I got my fan blowing on the ceiling. I'm burning so much energy. I got my lights pointing here. Dude, I am putting strain on the power. If the power grid blows up, it's because of me. Remember that happened in Texas? The power, died and then everyone blamed Ted Cruz? And then nothing happened because Ted Cruz is a lizard person and will kill you if you say anything bad about him. So Ted, come in here. I got something for you, buddy. I got something for you, and that's me taking over your skin because I look just like you, according to people on the internet. And it's not great. It's hot as shit. I've been wearing long pants, though. The thing is, I don't like doing, when I go to an open mic or I do some stand-up, I don't like wearing shorts. It feels weird. Some people say you're not supposed to do it in shorts. I've done it in shorts. And it's fine, but sometimes I'm just I want to wear long pants. It feels nicer to wear long pants. You feel more presentable. You're giving a presentation. No one likes a guy in shorts doing a presentation. But it's fine. I think it depends what shorts you're wearing. It's all good. I bought these new, you can't see my pants. Well, maybe you can if I lift my leg up. I bought these new linen pants that are supposed to be more flowy, so I'm not wearing stuffy jeans. Still, swamp ass, guys. If you want a swamp ass sticker, visit MattLiparistore.com, but there is swamp ass abroad, swamp ass among us, among the hot girls. Listen, if a hot girl wanted to entice me with their swamp ass, maybe I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'm not sure. Anyway, we always end the segment with dating, guys. We end it. I went to upstate New York this weekend. My brother, if you've been following along, has a Airbnb house that he just finished up. We went for a housewarming party. It was very nice. This was in Windham, New York, or around the area, the town of Windham we went to for a night out. I'm apparently a Windham celebrity. I was recognized by a local townie from Windham. His name started with an S. Let me check. I wrote it down. I believe it's Seth or something. Let's see. His name was Seth. Yeah, Seth at Windham recognized me. He said, "What the fuck you doing here, buddy?" I was like, "Visiting you, man. My man, I love you, Seth." And it was nice. was cool. Happy to meet Seth. But Seth was with a group of other people, and there was one other guy there who just kept asking me how much money I made from TikTok. And we believe he was... listen, Seth, if you're listening to this, you're a great guy. You're really cool. Your friend was a little too much and a little... The whole town erupted. The whole bar was like, this man is a super celebrity. This is amazing. But this guy cast him. I was like, you make a good amount. How much money you make from that? You make a good amount? And I was just like, I do all right. And apparently before that, one of my friends overheard that he said, I wonder if he could lend me some money. So I didn't know that until we left. I was getting like weirded out by him because he kept like, I'm astute. I can pay attention to my surroundings. He just kept asking me how much money I was making. So he making a good amount of money. And he was tweaking a little bit. You know, he was the upstate New York kind of tweaking. So I was like weird. And like all my friends were drunk. I was the designated driver. And we were about to leave, and I was just like kept trying to look at him. I was like, all right, guys, let's work on this. And he was also trying to be inspirational, dude. It's like just think of a tweaker who's like, I don't know how to describe him. But like, he's like, keep doing what you're doing, man. We love to see. He didn't even know who I was, but he's like, keep doing what you're doing, man. We love to see it. Seth was the real prize, so thank you, Seth. I appreciate it. But this other guy, you know, he didn't ask me directly for money because I think I did downplay it because I don't make that much money from this. But you know, for upstate New York, perhaps I do, but. I don't know what he wanted to borrow money from me as if I'm gonna get it back. Oh yeah. I'll just next week. Just hand me the money over when I'm in Manhattan. Let me do that. Don't spend it all in one place. Don't spend it on your meth dealer in the mountains. So that's fun. But upstate New York's cool. You know, if you guys are looking for a vacation home, Wyndham's more of a ski town, I believe, but you know, it was cool. So I had a good time. I like leaving the city on the weekends. The city gets really, and especially in the heat. Oh. Dude, the city gets fucking so packed. It's so hot. It's so disgusting. My goal is to always be leaving the city or like going slightly away. And I don't think this weekend I'm going to accomplish that. I'm going to be honest. I have to stay inside more. Anyway, current events. Congrats to Zohran Mamdani for winning the mayoral primary. The Democratic mayoral primary. I did not vote because I can't. Because I'm not registered for any political party. And the deadline to register every year, I believe, is February. So couldn't if I wanted to. Didn't even know who Zohran was at the time. Who the fuck was Zohran at that time? I don't know. Some guy. Congrats to him. I didn't think he was going to do it. He really surged at the end among young people. If I could have voted, I would have voted for him. Not that I believe in him wholeheartedly. I've said before I don't. But I do like to vote for people who like have a unique angle, who say they're going to do unique things. That's why I honestly would have voted for Donald Trump in 2016. If I could have, if they didn't botch my registration. I was going to vote for Donald Trump, and then I wavered a little bit. I was like, what am I doing? Should I really do this? But I think when it came down to it, I would have done it. I would have done it. Would it have been a stain on my legacy? I don't think so. I don't really think I would have cared. Just because he was so unique of a candidate. And I will always try to vote for that. When people get so scared that the unique candidate's going to fuck everything up. Guys, there's checks and balances. Even for New York City mayor, there's like the city council. He's not going to be able to do like 95% of what he's saying he's going to do. If you really believe that when a political candidate is running that they're going to do everything they say they do, what political candidate ever has done that? That's why the people who like are against Zohran, they're like, he's going to turn this into a communist city. Guys, he's not going to be able to do 95%. He's going to do one thing he said he wants to do. And then everyone's going to be like, see, he didn't get anything done. Which you should know he's not going to get anything done, but at least he's going to try to do interesting things. He's going to try. So it seems like he's probably going to, you know, I would say he might win the election. I'm not sure. You know, the Republican candidate's never going to win unless they're like some really cool guy. They're not. Eric Adams, the incumbent, is not very popular, and he's running as an independent because he probably knew he wasn't going to win. So I don't know what's going to happen. It's interesting. I'll be voting in that one. We'll see. I'll probably vote for Zohran again because I want to fucking see what happens. But, you know, if you don't know his ideas, he wants to make buses free. He wants to make some city-run grocery stores, freeze some rent. And to do it, he says he's going to raise the corporate tax rate by like 1% or 2% and income tax rate on people making above $1 million by like 1 or 2%. Which, you know, is certainly plausible stuff. I'm sure the rich people are, oh, my 1 or 2%. Which is a lot of money. He keeps saying it's a rounding error. That's in his speeches. Like 1 or 2% is a rounding error. It's not a rounding error. 1 or 2% is a big fucking amount of money. Still, I don't think it's going to raise a lot of money. But for I'm going to be honest, free buses, I don't know. Who cares about free buses, guys? Am I crazy? Who the fuck cares about a free bus? The bus is, all right, maybe there's more buses. They're running more frequently and they're all free. That might be good. Might free up traffic in the city, perhaps. But like, do you know how many people get on the bus for free anyway? Everyone gets on the bus for free, bro. I see it. Everyone walks out. There's no one, like the subway, people jump the turnstile and they get ticketed. The bus, bro, I see people get on. I'm the only one paying for the bus. I feel like an idiot. I feel like if you looked it up, I think my brother told me stats, like 70% of people don't pay for the bus. So it's already fucking free. Just gonna make it ostensibly free. Is that even the right word? Fuck. I think it's the first time I used ostensibly in a sentence. I'm so nervous. Was that the right use? I'll look it up later. I don't think, like, that's not that big of a thing. I don't really think, like good. I think he could raise a lot more money. Do something else with it, bro. I think it'd be cool to like have like a free ride program where maybe like everyone's first X amount of rides per week is free on any form of public transportation. That'd be kind of cool. I think that would do more than just free buses in general. But I'm not, listen, whatever. He won in a great platform. And then he also wants like city-run grocery stores, which, I'll be honest, some of the grocery stores in the city are fucking expensive as shit. Holy shit. Some of the ones in the richer areas, dude, just regular. It's not like they're like Erewhon or something. They're not high-end stores. They're just selling regular products for so expensive. It's crazy. So would that help those communities? Like those are some of the richer communities, so I don't think it would help those as much. I don't really know if you scatter a bunch of city-run grocery stores around. Probably they would help. I saw one person talking about how they live in Brooklyn and they have like this community-run grocery store. That's hippie Brooklyn. That's not going to work in the most busy place in Manhattan. So, like I said, I'm skeptical of most of these ideas, I'll be honest, but I want to see them in practice. I do, like, it's more of experimentation. Like, I want to see what happens. I truly just, because I know the city's not going to, guys, if the city of New York, the biggest city on earth, basically, ostensibly, could fall because one mayor guy just has some unique ideas, then it wasn't that good to begin with. Let's be real. Oh, the city of New York's going to become a communist place. Oh my God, we'd love to see it. We'd love to see the fall. The Democrats will rue this day. Guys, what are you talking about? It's the same on both sides. The same as like, is America slowly leaning towards a certain direction? Sure, but people saying the country's going to explode under Donald Trump's first term. Even people saying Joe Biden was going to turn this into a communist country. Like, guys, calm the fuck down. How much time do you think it takes to fucking ruin a country or the biggest city on earth? There's people in power that are not going to let this happen. New York City, you know how much real estate is here? They're not going to let the city fall. Sure, would we love things to change, but like, it's ridiculous. I was on a date. Well, I'll talk about that at the end. All the bums I've been on dates with. Fucking zeros. I remember my dad called this guy, as my sister was dating once, a zero. And I've said it ever since. He's a zero. These girls are zeros. Fucking losers, dude. Anyway, worst news. Taco Bell. I went to Taco Bell last week. They gave me 5 nuggets when I ordered 10. I almost firebombed the fucking restaurant, dude. I went and got back home. I opened it. I was like, this is awfully light. I was, Jesus Christ. Don't make me relive that day. Never forget, dude. 9/11. Holy shit. I paid $10 for 5 nuggets. You believe this shit? Unbelievable. They were good, but I wanted 10. I wanted the protein and I didn't get it. I got to make some food after this. I'm fucking hungry. Anyway, there was a syringe attack in France at a festival. There's apparently people targeting young women with a syringe. They're just pricking them and walking away. I don't know. I don't think we know what they're being pricked with. That is one of my biggest fears. I don't know if I ever told the story about being in middle school and there was a kid, one of my friends, but he wasn't really my friend at that point. He was kind of my friend in like elementary school when everyone's friends. But he had like a needle on a spring and he was going around pricking people with it. And I was so scared of it. I remember because I'm scared of needles, but in the way I was more like, I don't think some of those kids were understanding like diseases being passed around and shit. Like, that's crazy. He was like running after me with a needle on I should have, I don't think back then I was tough enough to like fight him, but I should have. It's like, what the fuck is he doing, dude? So I remember that. But like, I would be someone could just come up to you. Even sometimes I'm walking the streets of Manhattan. I'm like, what if this bum comes up to me with a fucking needle? You don't know what they have. Could be anything. Could be HIV. Could be, I don't like, people are saying maybe this was like, what is it, fucking roofie or something, the date rape drug or something. That would be awful, but like it'd be way worse if it was fucking anything else. Like any other, like some crazy bad thing or cross-contamination too. There's people, it was like at a music festival. These people are not the cleanest people on earth. Let's be real, guys. We got some interesting folks at the music festival who collect STDs like they're Pokemon. You prick one of them, you prick me. Bro, I got whatever the fuck they got, possibly. You don't know. So it's scary, dude. Fucking apparently this is a increasing thing that's happening. These people should be, truly that should be one of the most punishable crimes like biological terrorism with the needles. These fucking disgusting men. If it is like the date rape drug, I don't know what happened. I don't think I checked for updates right before this. They're saying they don't know what it was. I don't think anyone's like ill from it. People are like nauseous, I guess, but dude, that's fucking scary. So prayers up to all those ladies. It was all ladies too. It was a guy. So that's why they think it's like date rape drug, because it could be guys going around and then, you know, they pick the women off the floor if they faint or whatever. They can get knocked out. It could be, you know, I would assume in France it's probably for like some human trafficking thing. I feel like in my mind French men human traffic women. I don't know why that was so disrespectful to French men. The French Chris Hansen. What are you doing here in this house? You met to meet a 14-year-old girl. I actually don't know what the age of consent is in France, but it's probably 14. Probably 12. It's the same age as the cheese they age, the brie cheese. When the cheese is ready, the women are ready. They smell the flour and they smell like the nice brie. Anyway, that was weird. Who said that? Fucking, we got a Pink Panther in here, a weirdo. This episode is brought to you by the Matt Lipari store. Visit mattliparistore.com to peruse a wide array of items, including the Tell Me I'm Pretty Blobfish shirt. We have the Bubonic Plague Chicken Club mug. Many items for everyone in your family, including your disabled children and your old gay uncles. That is the perfect American family, as I could think of it. mattliparistore.com. Yeah, so that sucks. That sucks for the ladies, and I feel for them. Sorry, I just forgot to see if this was recording, and it is recording. Sorry, I was like looking at the wrong thing. I was like, Jesus Christ, did I just say all that funny stuff without anyone listening? I didn't. You're all listening. Woman falls into active volcano and dies. That's crazy. A woman falls. She didn't. Okay, so the article, as far as I know, let me actually double check this. She didn't fall into the lava. She didn't fall into the lava, which would have been a way more interesting story. Woman active volcano. Woman falls in active volcano. She didn't fall into the lava. She fell into like an active volcano, but she just fell into a part where they couldn't get her out. Today, the rescue team managed to reach the place where Juliana Marins was. They said, with great sadness, we inform you that she did not survive. So she didn't like burn. She didn't explode, like melt. She was just in a part where they couldn't rescue her, and she was there for like 6 days. And they just like, she might have died on impact. I actually don't know. She plummeted 1,600 feet into, okay, she survived. Oh shit, she survived. They heard her scream for help. Oh dude, that's so bad. I feel so bad now I'm telling this story. 3 days they tried to rescue her, but she continued to slip further into the volcano. Holy shit, dude. That's actually crazy. That she was rescuable, and she was like, please get me, and they kept trying and they couldn't do it. And she died, damn, dude. They died, she died probably of like hunger or not having water, or like from the heat. Jesus Christ. Oh, she was, what the fuck? Dude, this is like a wrongful death lawsuit, because she was hiking. She got very tired. She told her guide to stop, and they continued without her. And then she continued hiking, and she slipped without the fucking hiker. Dude. That's crazy. And the government lied that they already rescued her? Bro, this is a wild story. So I feel for her. I mean, listen, you fall into a volcano, I don't, you know. If you're alive, though, and you expect to be rescued, you're like, fuck. And they got so close, too. They just had to keep coming back because it was unsafe for the rescuers. That's crazy, bro. That sucks. That really sucks, being alive and knowing no one's going to come to you. Being alive and being at the very end and just being like, fuck, they were so close. Damn, I hope that doesn't happen to me in Tanzania, dude. If you guys hear about it, I hope it's a good story. I hope it says TikTok star, funniest guy on the internet, in quotes. That would be nice. Best lay of my life from a former woman. That would be nice. That would be sweet if one of you guys could do that. If one of the 1,000 women that no, I'm kidding. If one of the, I guess it's not tens. It's not, one of the ones of women I've been with. Tens would imply, I think 10 doesn't count as tens. Tens implies 20. We're not there yet. Will we ever be there? I don't know. We're not at 20, guys. A delve into my life. We're not at 20. And do I want to be? Not really. Or, you know, whatever. It's fine. I don't have a goal. Anyway, that would suck. Speaking of fire, there is a wall of fire on the edge of the solar system, apparently. That they added that into the news headlines this week, and in addition to the war stuff they added. Hey, by the way, there's a wall of fire on the edge of the solar system. And then if you read the article, it's fucking clickbait. If you read the article, they're like, it's a wall of really hot fucking plasma or whatever. But actually, our probe went through it, no problem. The probe just went through. It's actually not that hot. We can go through it without any issue. I'm like, what? Is it a wall of fire or not, dude? It's not a wall of fire. It's a wall of very hot particles that are spaced out enough that it's not actually that hot. So I was like, thanks fucking Google News for telling me this thing that's not even real. It's doomsday, and we're also like, there's a wall of fire in space. It's not even true. It's not true. It's not that... I don't know, man. I don't know. What is the world coming to? People have to lie to us. They have to... Every title is a fucking clickbait, dude. It's fucking annoying, dude. And there can't be a law against it. We've figured out what to make people... Like, you can't have a law dictating what titles can be like. That's rude. That's not rude. That's just, like, censoring things. But titles are clickbait. Every title's fucking clickbait. Every time you see a dead person on your phone, it's just like, 90s sitcom star dead at 53. And then you look at it, it's like a guy who played one guy on one episode. A guy who played a shoe shiner on one episode, and no one knows who it is. But I clicked on it because it said star. If it said the name of the guy, then you would know it's a real famous person. But it just said star. I don't know, man. I don't know what is going on. So the wall of fire... Oh my guys, there's a wall of fire in New York. It's called The Street. I step out every day for the gym. I get to the gym, I'm exhausted. I'm like... All my energy has been drained from a 10-minute walk. Just the sun. I need to start wearing sunscreen in the morning, dude. Oh, I'm going to look like Andrew Cuomo at the end. This is going to be leathery. I'm going to look like an Italian fucking banana that got left on the street. Oh, God. I don't use... I have no skincare routine. People ask me what my skincare routine is. I'm like, bro, water. Water, oil, olive oil I rub into my pores. I think I just eat well, and that's why I don't have... Like, I have some skin blemishes a little bit, but, like, I don't have any acne. I don't have any pimples. I should do a little bit more of a skin cleansing routine because it makes you look better. It makes you look good. But as a man, guys, I want to look old and rugged. I'm going to be honest. When I'm a certain age, I want to look old. I want to look like a fucking old man. I want to be weathered and like... Some man like a nice silver fox, dude. Imagine my hair but silver. Ooh. God damn. I'm getting hard just thinking about myself. Jesus Christ. Oh, the temperature went up? How the fuck is that possible? I have the AC running at a lower thing. Jesus. I couldn't sleep in this temperature. This shit's fucking hot as shit. That lady's a liar. Lady's a dirty liar, anyway. Donald Trump is thinking of revoking an asbestos ban. Good. Add more poison to our lives. Everything's going to kill me. Yeah, just add asbestos back, please. Please, I love breathing in those fibers. I was one of the biggest proponents when they got rid of it. I said, what the fuck? How are rich people going to get richer if we ban asbestos? How are the Russian mines going to give us more asbestos if we ban asbestos? I don't get it. Sure, everyone dies from asbestos. It has like a 40% cancer rate. But why? I mean, someone needs to afford their yacht. Bring back asbestos. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. This is a perfect encapsulation of the administration if he unbans asbestos. That'd be I mean, it just got recently permanently banned. They were like fully banned. It's a cool material. I'll admit, it's a very enticing material. It's an amazing insulator. It's such a cool material, but it causes cancer, guys. It's like Roundup. Like, it kills the weeds, but it also kills you. It's tough. You're like, I just want to eat. It's so good. I get it. Maybe there's a way to make it safer. I don't know. I'm not a material scientist. I don't fucking know at all. But it seems like there's not. And it's just funny because we know the only reason you're bringing it back is because people need to make more money from it. That's the only reason. And it's good at insulating, but we got other insulators, guys. Every building with asbestos, they have fucking lawsuit commercial. They have whole law firms built for asbestos. If your loved one was involved in a mesothelioma or asbestos, blah, blah, call this number, Bender and Bender Law Firm. They pay out millions of dollars, then you're going to add it back? Sorry, actually. What would happen to the lawsuits if you paid it back? Would the companies be able to get their money back? Well, actually, it's legal now, so we don't have to pay you. I don't know, man. That's fucking crazy. So Donald, listen. He. To be fair, he has said a lot of like, we're going to look into this thing, and then he hasn't done it. We're going to look into it. He says that a lot. He doesn't like to give committing sentences. Like, he doesn't like to commit to anything. Hey, like, we're taking a look at everything. We're taking a look. Nothing's off the table. And then he doesn't do half the stuff, which is good, honestly. Going back to politicians don't say that don't do what they're going to say they're going to do because they can't. But also Donald Trump talking about the wall that Mexico's going to build. That didn't happen, guys. We're going to build a wall and Mexico's going to pay for it. That didn't happen. So when you look at a political candidate, like look what they're going to do to this country, they're not going to do any of that. Literally none of that. So you might as well vote. I would vote for Bernie Sanders. Do I think he's going to... So I think he's also, just making shit up half of them. Yeah, but I'd still vote for him because he's not going to do most of that stuff. Still just want to see what happens. I want to see what happens. That's it. Donald Trump, I already saw what happens. I didn't like it. I didn't want to see what happened again. I didn't want to see what happened. With Kamala Harris. Anyway, Iran, guys, the war. If you asked me a few days ago if I thought we were going to war, I was a little bit more worried. Now I'm not worried. We're not going to war, guys. Guys, grow up. We're not going to fucking war, dude. We just dropped some bombs in Iran. Israel and Iran, they just, like I said, they're two kids fighting. Just little kids fight. Hey, back off, guys. He's getting pissed about the ceasefire, but honestly, guys, Iran can't do anything. I almost feel bad for Iran. You know how crazy that is? I feel bad for Iran. They can't do shit. We can fucking destroy them. They just have to sit there. If they retaliate, we just hit them harder. They just gotta be like, fuck, we can't do anything. Russia, please help us. And Russia's like, no, we're not. We have our own shit, bro. We can't do this. We could fucking obliterate, but I don't think we're gonna do that. I think, we dropped the bombs and we sent our B-2 bombers, which is kind of cool. They keep showing the picture of the bombing site as if any of us knows what to look at. It looks exactly the same. One of them's blue and one of them's regular sand color. Like, this is the bombing site. Everyone's like, yo, look at that. I don't see anything. They dropped their bunker buster bombs. I don't know, guys. I'm not a bomb expert. Except when I'm on stage. Ayo. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. So, cool. You guys did it. I'll take your word for it. I'm not going to take your word for that Iran was like weeks away from developing a nuclear bomb. There was weeks away. Guys, if we didn't do this 3 weeks from now, they would have had a giant nuke. They would have had such a fucking big nuke. They were 1 second away. He was about to click upload on the screen. The bomb came in and exploded everything. He was 2 seconds away, guys. So do I believe them when they say that? No. I think they just wanted to bomb them. I don't even know what they did. They bombed the enrichment site or whatever. Guys, I have to take their word for it. I don't fucking know. He says we obliterated their nuclear program forever. No, we didn't. No, we did. What is this sanction? We have the Iran nuclear deal. Fucking, I'm going to call it Iran and Iran. I don't care. Iran? I know that's probably, it's Iran? I don't think we have to pronounce everything the right way, guys. I'm going to be honest. I think that's, when someone goes crazy about pronouncing, listen, Iran is the way, that's what you should say it. Not Iran, Iran, but you don't have to go, Iran? It's Iran, Iraq. That's just like, that's what you say if you're a native to fucking Iran. Yeah, like when someone from Iran says the United States of America, they probably go, the United States of... I don't go, no, say the United States of America. Say it right. They go, United States of America. That's fine. That's fucking perfectly fine. You said it with your accent. I don't have to say, Iran. Anyway, talking about bombs. So... Is it going to be war? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think there was a ceasefire. Israel's gone crazy, bro. There's a ceasefire, and what are they going to do? What can Iran do, bro? What can they do? Are worried about being deployed to Iran? Everyone's worried about the draft. Guys, we have so many active military members. I honestly think there's never going to be a draft again. We have so much technology. Just what is the point of drafting me? I'm above the age to get drafted. Suckers. If you're 18, loser, have fun being a meat shield, bro. Have fun, bro. Get drafted to Vietnam, dude. But you're not going to be drafted. You guys are fine. Volunteer for the army if you guys want money. If you want a good, you want help. You can go to school. They can pay for it, whatever. You guys are not going to see active combat, bro. I'm going to be honest. I really don't think. So I'm putting my my stamp on this. I don't think we're going to war. I think it looked like that for a little bit. And I certainly think dropping bombs left and right is war. But they're too pussy to call it that nowadays. You don't want to... we can get away with this thing without declaring war. Why would we not do that? Why would we not do it if we can? We don't need to do the big speeches anymore. The transatlantic World War II speech. The country of the Great Britain declares war on Germany and its allied partners. And then everyone goes, oh, yeah. We don't need to do that anymore. We can just drop a couple bombs and be like, no, that wasn't war, guys. That was just... You thought that was war? We were just kidding. We were just joking. We just threw out, guys, it was a test. It was just to make sure you were paying attention. It was not war. We just wanted to bomb your nuclear facility. But it's not war. It's not war. Why would we say it's war? It's not war. Don't call it war. Hey, don't call it war. So, yeah, that's fine. But, Israel, dude, they have the worst optics. I'm going to be real. Israel makes me hard to root for them. And I have to be clear, we have to separate Israelis from Jewish people because they're very different. Jewish people are fine. I love Jewish people. They're great. Jewish Americans, great. We love them. We love the Jews. Everyone's saying Zohran Mamdani is anti-Semitic. They're like, leave the New York now. Guys, what are you, insane, bro? What are you, insane? Listen, is he going to be a super pro-Jewish, like advancing the Jewish cause mayor? No, but does he need to be? Why is that a prerequisite for a New York City mayor to advance the Jewish cause? Just let people exist. He's not this, would Cuomo advance the Italian cause? I don't even think so. Just let them exist. Let them be fine. It's not going to go backwards for them. Whatever. I don't think, why are politicians advancing certain people's causes? I don't think that makes any sense. Particularly, I really don't think that makes any sense. But the Israelis, bro, dude, I read there was like some sort of, or the kids that are on the birthright trip, apparently they were being evacuated and they put them on a giant cruise ship and they just sailed them back to some safe zone and the kids are partying on the cruise ship, which is crazy. They're evacuating a war zone. What other culture evacuates a war zone and goes on like a cruise where they're just fucking around and drinking and just fucking, who knows, passing around every STD in the book. The Tel Aviv STDs. That's not good optics, bro. You can't claim, oh my God, we're such victims, and then the cruises go around and fucking Ishmael is getting it on with fucking these gorgeous Israeli women, as we talked about last time. You hear the jealousy in my voice? I'm like, fuck, I wish I was on that cruise. God, get me on that cruise, guys. Give me the fucking cruise. Anyway, no, it's ridiculous. If you know, the birthright trip is the rich Jewish people, Israelis pay for, usually Americans, to go to Israel, go on like a trip for like 10 days or something to experience the trip. And, listen, it's just not great optics, guys. To me, Israeli people I feel like they feel like they're better than other humans. They just feel like they're like advanced humans. I think they think they're like, they've evolved, which a lot of religions I think do think that. But to me, it feels like they think it more. I don't know why. It's becoming, this is not anti-Semitism, for the record. I don't even hate them. I just feel like they're like a little condescending sometimes. But it's not them being Jewish. It's them being Israeli. It's like me, my annoyance for the Greeks that live in the United States. Like, they just think they're so cool. But are they? Not really. Not particularly, I'm going to be honest. Not particularly. Anyway, so, guys, Israelis, like, be regular. Can you just be my prize to you, my advice, not prize, but that made no sense. My advice to you, be regular, guys. Just, let's not brag in everyone's faces how good you're doing when the bombs are falling. It doesn't make me sympathize with you. And I wouldn't sympathize with you anyway because you're the aggressor, but, like, I get it. Your area is highly contested, so you kind of have to defend yourself, but, I get it. Anyway, all right, we'll talk about dating, I guess. But I don't feel like I've breezed through this. I don't know how long I've been here doing this. Let me drink my water. This episode of the Meat Sangria podcast is sponsored by NordVPN. Staying safe online is an ever-growing difficulty, and you could be exploited by hackers. NordVPN allows you to change your IP address, making you harder to track, securing your privacy. Visit MeatSangria.com and click on the podcast sponsors section to get 72% off NordVPN's 2-year plan. I know I do a lot of risky things on the internet. Let's just say I like to peruse the things the World Wide Web has to offer. You got to stay safe, guys. You got to protect yourself. You got to protect your data and your device. NordVPN lets you do that. Once again, MeatSangria.com. Click on this podcast sponsor section to get our special deal. Thank you. Let me sip this shit. We are in the dating trenches right now, guys. Guys, I've been essentially stood up 3 times in the last 2 weeks. Or 3 or 4 weeks, I don't know. I've been basically stood up. I thought I was going to get stood up again. I truly did. I don't know what's in the water. Dude. Sometimes you have these fucking weird just periods where, like, nothing can work, dude. Nothing is hitting. Nothing's doing good. You're not finding anyone. Just everyone's fucking a loser. Everyone's a zero. I had one, just two in a week that I've never been stood up where, in the sense where like you go to the date and then like the person doesn't show up even though they said they would. I've never been stood up in that regard, which would suck. I've been essentially stood up, meaning we had plans to meet until the very end and then they cancel on me. Something came up, which has happened many times. I've happened a good amount of times in my life, which always sucks. But these last few times haven't sucked because I've honestly become numb to it. Like, truly, when they've happened, I've been like, all right, whatever, I'll just do some other stuff. Like, it hasn't bothered me, which is kind of crazy. Which kind of weird. It kind of, like, doesn't feel good when I should be excited to go on a date, and if they cancel, I'm like, fuck. I shouldn't be so ambivalent about it that I'm just like, all right, I guess I'll just stay home and do other stuff. Because I'm doing other stuff, I'm not, like, wasting my time. But it feels weird. There's one, I've talked about the one before, the girl who got too drunk. Then we had another one was a second date. And when the first date, it went well. You know, we had a good time. I thought it went well. She might listen to this. I don't know. She knew me from before, I think. And the second day, we were just going to go out for lunch on like Friday or something. And, you know, it was for just a noon. And, she wasn't responding in the morning. We agreed to it, but she wasn't responding. I was like, all right, I guess she's not going to show up. And she was like, oh, my God, I woke up late. And I was like, it's all good, whatever, you know. I believed her. And I just said something like, silly, or something. I don't know what I said. Some stupid shit. And I would have been open to it if she was like, I'm so sorry, like, let's reschedule. But she didn't respond for, like until, like, at 11 p.m. or something. It was supposed to be lunch. She didn't respond to my message for a long time. And she was just like, can I get a rain check, please? And I was just like, I don't know if I like that. So I responded back. I responded with something like, I'll think about it. And I didn't think about it. That was it. If she had responded back with, like, please, can we, like, I'm so sorry, then maybe I would have actually thought about it, but I said I'll consider it or I'll think about it. I didn't. Guess what? I didn't consider it, guys. Gotcha. So I'm going to be, like, if you waste my time, guys, I'm not excited about it. You can waste my time if you're apologetic and you're, like, really want to see me again, sure. Like, this date with this girl, it was good, but it wasn't anything, like, crazy. I wasn't like, I really like her. That, you know, my bar for a second date is not very, I'll say it's high, but it's not very high. I just have to have a good time with you and be attracted to you. Because I'm not only looking for someone who I'm going to marry. Like, I'm looking for someone who I'll spend a few weeks with someone just having a good time. Just having a hot girl summer. And I just have to be attracted to you and enjoy your company to do that. You know what I mean? So my bar's not that versatile. You know, it's not like I was like, my wife left me. No. But it still sucks when someone wastes her time because I didn't go to the gym that morning because I was like, I don't have enough time to shower before. So she cost me a gym time. I like to not make a date like get in the way of something else. I like to do other stuff. If I'm gonna go on a date, it has to be planned around my regular day. I'm not gonna like clear my day for that. But in this case, I thought it was already a first date. I'm like, she'll be fine. She'll show up, and she didn't fucking do it. So she's a 0. Bye bye. You're done. Bye bye 0. We have a 0 there. And then I went on a date with this girl this was fresh, it's Wednesday right now, on Monday. And I thought she wasn't going to show up, even though we agreed, because she didn't respond. I said I was leaving, I'm going to be on my way, and then she responded the very last minute. She's like, I'll be there in a few minutes. And I thought it was a good time, you know. I'll say this. I wasn't, like, I can't say this because this is going to sound salty. But I was interested in going out with her again, but it was the same kind of thing as the previous person, right? It's just, you know, you're attracted to someone, you had a good time, you know, it wasn't under any understanding this was going to be my wife or something, but, you know, whatever. I said as much. And I thought we had a good time. We had 3 drinks each, you know, we spent a couple hours, we were outside in, like, this backyard place. I thought we were having a nice time. She even wanted another drink. She's like, hey, you want to get another drink? I was like, sure. I paid for it all, but it was in Brooklyn, so it was basically $-. It was basically upstate New York prices, which is basically free compared to other things. I wanted another drink. I was like, oh, sure, you know. In my mind, that means it's going well. And then we walked. I didn't walk her back home, but I walked her. I usually don't walk a woman back home. We walked halfway there, and then I got off at my subway stop. And she ghosted me. I was like, hey, I had a good time, blah, blah, blah. She ghosted me. And I was like, all right, I guess whatever. Also, like, what a 0, dude. Fucking, what a loser. I do sound salty, but also, that is loser behavior, guys. You can just say I wasn't interested. How about, like, that's not a problem. Just say that. I don't get it. It was almost a 30-year-old woman, too. Like, I can tell why you're single, bro. I can see the optics here are not great. You know, salt, guys. Okay, maybe I'm being a little salty. Maybe there's a tad of salt being thrown in there, but whatever. Fuck this girl. I wish I fucked this girl. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, but also no. I'm trying to think. You know, so you kind of diagnose what could have gone wrong. In this case, I don't really know. I think it could have been. Maybe it's because I didn't. I think she said something to me at the very end. Like she was trying to cross the street, and I was like, no, I got to get in this train. I don't know what she said, but maybe she was like, can you walk me home? I don't know what she said, and I didn't hear it. I don't know, but I thought things were going well. Whatever. Or also I said, because I'm not registered to vote, right? She was like, are you going to vote? I have to vote tomorrow. And I was like, no, I'm not registered. And I think that throws some people off. I really do think women are weaponizing the vote a lot these days, which, good for you guys. Good for you. You have to protect your nether regions, and you're going to do that by filtering out people's political party. I get it. Maybe she thought I was like a Trumper or something, but I don't think she did, because that was like before we got more drinks. So she still continued to be there. But, you know, maybe she was thrown off that effect that I wasn't going to vote in the election, which, guys, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a registered Democrat. I don't want to be. I refuse to be a registered Democrat. I don't want to. I don't want to be part of any political party. So if that's what it takes, guys, listen, I would have. Theoretically, does it matter if I would have done something? I don't know. Whatever. What are you gonna do, guys? What are you gonna do? That was for the thumbnail. That was my face. Yeah, so I don't know. Whatever. Who cares, guys? It's just annoying when you waste time. You waste it after, you know, whatever. You waste the night. You waste money, dude. I'm always paying for this shit. You waste money, and then someone ghosts you, and someone just fucks around and wastes your time. Guys, fucking grow up, girls. I feel like that's become a thing, and if I can old manify everything and just reminisce about the good old days, like, people didn't ghost you back in the day, dude. That wasn't a thing, dude. Just now, it's just fucking so easy to just go. Like, have some respect for the other person. Have some respect for not wasting people's time. It's disrespectful. I get I live in the biggest city in New York. There's a million people out there. You can find someone better than me. I can find someone better than you. Well, you can't find someone better than me. That's a fucking lie. That was a test, and if you guys believe that for a second, I don't want you listening to this podcast. Get another podcast, guys, you fucking losers. I get that, but, like, have some respect, guys. You're adults. Have some respect. If someone messaged me, like, I had a great time with you last night, blah, blah, and I wasn't feeling it, I would say, hey, guys, hey, I really enjoyed it, but I don't think this is going to work out. I do that all the time. I do that every time, in fact. And, you know, that's the bare minimum, I think. It's just rude. It's just rude, and, like, I don't know. So I don't want to be with a person like that anyway. So good. She kicked herself to the curb. They all kicked themselves to the curb. Screw them. But I got to keep swiping, guys. The only time you give up is if you stop swiping. And, you know, but it doesn't really, I don't really feel, I think when I'm focused on my work and doing a lot of other stuff, then I feel less inclined to want to go on dates. So I'm feeling fine. I like, you know, the stuff I'm doing, and it's taking a lot of my time. So, you know, I love to throw in a date. Like, I would love to go on a date every week just to, like, keep things fresh and jazz up my life. But if I can't do that, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever. And I don't want to put too much pressure on it, because then it becomes weird. Then it becomes like a sad game of, I can't find my wife and I'm a loser and I suck. No one loves me. This is something I want to try at an open mic tomorrow. I think I'm going to try, but also, I was thinking, I've never listened to music. Have I talked about this? I've never listened to music while having sex. And I think that's weird. Is that weird? I'm not sure. I'm going to flesh out some points here. I have not written this joke out, but I think, like, does that mean I'm so good that, like, we don't need the music? Like, I've also never been with a girl who's asked to put music on. So that's, like, I've other people talk about their sex playlists and stuff and, like, how they're going to put music, and I'm like, at first I was like, okay, that's, like, a unique thing, but then I feel like the other day someone said it, and it was like, they were saying it as if it was a common thing. They're like, what, you have sex in silence? And I was like, you guys don't do that? No, it's not silent, though. I feel like, I don't like being too graphic. I don't like kissing and telling, but I feel like if my like, ideal nights in night between the sheets, we're, like, talking to each other, guys. We're having a conversation. There may be some dirty things being said. Perhaps it's only dirty things being said. I don't know. Guys, none of you have been there. Maybe some of you have been there. But I like to speak. I do like to speak. I like when there's a dialogue coming back and forth. That feels better. I don't need fucking Neo playing in the background. So sick of love songs. So that would actually be weird. That would make me, like, cry in the middle. I miss her so much. No, but yeah, I don't know Why? Like I don't plan on adding music. I'm not like I never thought like this could use music. There's been some times where it's not very fun, and I'm like, but I think if it's not very fun, I'm like I shouldn't be having sex with this person. I'm like, this is what are we doing? I'm not like, you know what would make this better? A concert in the background. I don't know. I guess I did flesh out some points. We'll try to write a little joke for that. We'll see. But yeah, that's the end of this. I feel like that wasn't that long. That wasn't long enough. Maybe it was. I don't know. My throat is hurting. I think I'm a little sick right now, actually. I'm not sure. The heat's getting to me. What have you. I gotta cook. Oh, fuck. I'm hiccuping. I gotta cook some food, dude. I'm hungry. I need to get some egg whites, man. I've been yearning for some nice scrambled eggs with some egg whites, and I haven't had the egg whites. Been missing out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. You're all so beautiful and amazing. I don't believe the latest Save the Carrymeister hat was claimed. The code is GRANDPA in all caps. You can go to meatsangria.com, put in the code, and you get a free Save the Carrymeister hat if you have not redeemed one already. Appreciate it, guys. Stay cool. Stay safe from the heat. If you're going on a date, stay safe. Don't get pricked by a needle, and stay away from any active volcanoes. Stay away from me because I'm hot. Guys, you think this heat is bad? I'm fucking hot. People melt when they see me. They go, oh my God, what a beautiful man. What a beautiful specimen. That's the truth. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.